Hi, everyone. This is Country Music News International. My name is Nigel Sharpe, and today it's my very great pleasure to welcome Mr. Carl Ray, who's sitting way over there in Atlanta, in Georgia.
Well, I'm glad to be here today.
Yeah, I can tell you this is a real pleasure for me because, I've been listening to some of your music. So first up, I got to tell you, I love that gospel bluegrass stuff that you
Julia,
recorded.
let me tell you, out of all of the music that I've released, that song, that album is played the most. And the
Okay.
number one song that is played most of all of my music is The Old Rugged Cross with me and Rhonda Vincent.
Yeah, quite stunning. Two lovely voices together. I can, from my point of view, I'm
Thank you
actually
so much.
hoping right now that we can get an interview going with Rhonda Vincent. I'd love to talk to her. She's a great
Yeah,
musician.
awesome. I think you'll be able to get her.
The other one that I was listening to, in fact, I listened to it this afternoon, make me feel a lot better, was playing Coming Home. And that is such a kind of soothing song.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's my song too, by the way. It soothes me.
yeah, I,
I'm not trying to sound vain,
yeah, no, I know what you mean. It
but it
just
soothes
does.
me. It soothes me.
Yeah.
And when so that whole bluegrass record was really a culmination of all the years where I'd go camping and I'd sit down and pick with banjo players and people that I never knew, never, you just kind of huddle around chairs and you just love each other and play. And if you're camping out through the night, over the weekend, you just find your way back to each other and you're just playing. And it also culminated a time where I would go to my family reunions and my grandparents and great grandparents would make us young people stand in front of the family and sing harmony, you know, and many times it sounded bad, but it was, hey, you got to get up there and do something. And so uh, bluegrass music for me is just perfect music. And what I mean by that is it allows, I love the instrumentation, first of all, um, you know, and it's simple, and it embraces the simplicity of life and the harmonies and the emotion that you evoke from it. It's just so amazing. So when I see Rhonda Vincent and her team play, and Darren Vincent, her brother, is on this record too. He plays bass for me on this, and so these musicians are just incredible. And I'm so thankful that this little small black guy from Texas who just loved music has been able to find a platform where I can perform and play and sing with people of such gifted talent. And it shows you not only, it really doesn't say much about me, but it says more about how God just blesses you and gives you the desires of your heart. And so I'm so thankful to him for any opportunity, even being on your show today. You've opened this platform for this artist to share his story, and I hope someone that's listening, regardless of where they are, if they're in Japan or Africa or United States or Brazil, wherever they're listening, that they get inspired by my story, not because of me, but because of just what God has just done through music. And he can do that in business and and literature, and it's just endless. And this is a message of hope. And so, when you're feeling down, you know, I'm not the one to feel down around because I'm going to inspire you. I want you to get up, and I want you to believe that the best for you is yet to come, and that obstacles are just opportunities. And we can, when we see past those obstacles, and we can see clearly that the best is yet to come, that tomorrow is brighter. And really, yesterday is gone, tomorrow's not promised, but today, right now, is what we got. And so we got to make this thing count. Let's knock it out of the park if we can. Yeah.
That sounds like a good cue for I Can See Clearly Now. I remember this song coming out, and it was like, wow, what a great song. Because it's a song of hope, I
Yes, it
think,
is.
and also possibly a song of redemption. I'm not so
Yeah,
sure about that, but a song of hope for sure.
yeah.
And I've always loved that song. I loved it the very first moment it came out. I thought, great. And then, this kind of request came up, or the possibility came up of doing an interview with you. And there you are with, one of my favorite songs of all time. And you've redone it. And then, digging a little bit deeper, it seems that Johnny Nash mentored you.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did that come about?
I started my career in Houston, and I was part of a local band at the time. We were called the Supernaturals because we had
Okay.
these big afros. But we were really good. I mean, we opened up concerts for some of the big name acts in at that time, and so my high school teacher knew Johnny Nash, had gone to high school with him at Jack Yates University. Shout out to Jack Yates. Um, and he said, you guys need to meet this guy, Johnny Nash. He may want to start working with you. And we did. And Johnny started working with us. And the group wasn't really that inspired by the music that Johnny wanted us to sing. So they got discouraged, and one thing led to another, and they kind of just fizzled. We went our separate ways. But for me and John, I always connected with him. And I was the only one out of the group that would pick up a guitar of his. And I couldn't play that well. I just fumbled around with it. And then he started saying, well, here's a C chord, here's a D chord, here's a G. And he said, you really should, do more with your writing. Let's start writing some songs together. And so he started really tutoring me and mentoring me about the music business and how to write songs. And the focus was on just writing a good song. It didn't matter if it was reggae, rhythm and blues, or country. Let's get to the song because we can arrange it anyway. And
Yeah.
that was his mindset. Let's just get to the song. And so he taught me a lot about writing and subsequently about life. And we were in the choir together, Progressive New Hope Baptist Church in Houston, and we sang in the tenor section. And he would pick me up at church every Sunday morning. On Wednesday nights, we'd go to sometimes prayer meeting, and on Tuesday nights we have choir rehearsal, and sometimes on the weekends we travel to different churches and sing. And I had a chance to sing in church with him, and to break bread with him, and to love his family. And he didn't hold anything back from me as a young person. He opened it up. He showed me how much money he was getting, how those checks would look when I would start getting them from ASCAP. And he introduced me to songwriters, and he was getting my songs to all kinds of people around the world, and he was just pitching my songs. And so he was not only a mentor, but he was a sponsor. He would pick up the phone, and that's the difference. Some people will mentor you, but they're not going to pick up the phone and say, hey, well, you really need to work with this guy, or they stop at telling you what to do. And but he was all of that. And I think he saw a little bit of himself in me. It was really a great relationship. And we talked about recording something together. And we kept putting it off. And every time we talked, we put it off. And when he passed away last year, and I said, but I'm going to fulfill my promise to him, and I'm going to do this record. And I said, I'm going to probably do it a little different than his, but I want to bring it into the next season and inspire some people. And now that we can see clearly now, so what? What are we going to do with today? And so when you listen to the record, you'll hear that I've added a slight chorus that says, I'm going to dream me a brand new dream. And a brand new dream is a song that he recorded. It was called Brand
Okay.
New Dream. From Sea to Shining Sea, he had a song called Mr. Sea. And then I'm going to open up a big can of Just Believe. One of his favorite songs was I Believe. It was a Christian song. and then Stir It Up and Celebrate. Stir It Up is one of his big records, and Celebrate was one of his records. Because I made it through another day, Johnny Nash used to say, it's going to be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah.
So everybody, this is Country Music News International. My name's Nigel Sharpe. I've been talking to such a nice man by the name of Carl Ray, way over there in Atlanta in Georgia.
I love you, man.
So you take care of yourself, and I hope we get to speak again soon.
I hope so too.
You take care. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you, brother.
Bye.
All right.